Nowadays in Vietnam, the way children are being taught at school could negatively affect their future. During classes, teachers would write long sentences and facts without utilizing keywords, and the students would only copying everything they wrote down in the notebook. Also, teachers present to students only one solution to a problem, which makes the test and exam focus more on memorization, not what students have actually learned. So, what has caused this existing problem to keep going? Firstly, it is because that many students are lazy to be creative, in addition to teachers' prevention by not encouraging them to think of new solutions other from the one the teachers have taught. Furthermore, it also has to do with Vietnamese culture's aspects of saving faces, which means that teachers would not want to have their belief challenged, and how it is disrespectful for students to think differently than what teachers think. The current way of teaching poses potential consequences for the students if no changes are made. Then the consequences of this way of teaching will only get more and more obvious. Generally, students would lack critical thinking and creativity, which are among the most important qualities in today's world. Students would find difficulties solving questions they were not taught, or applying knowledge to open-ended questions, or more importantly, life. With all students being the same, there would be no new ideas, no innovation, which can result in no development of the countries in the future. So the way we are planning to tackle this problem is we would launch a company to consult schools and provide new ways of teaching, as well as raising awareness of how important creativity is and how teachers can avoid limiting students' creativity. A plan for a new curriculum will also be made by the company to encourage creativity, as well as providing interactive work such as working in teams. However, it would not be possible to change how students are taught without influencing the teachers. Our company would train teachers from the old generation by showing the positive aspects of the new way to educate students and how successful it is in other Western countries to convince and encourage them to change their mindset. Whereas for the teachers from the new generation we would train them so that they would be open to students asking challenging questions so that they can understand what the students are struggling with and what they could have done better with their lessons. By doing so, they will be more willing to make changes, bring innovation to the educational system, and most importantly, make students become confident about themselves. Our company would also set up a website for interactions between students and teachers. The teachers would be able to post lessons prior to teaching it, so the students can have a brief idea of what they are going to learn, and so they can prepare any questions they might have for the teachers owing to the topic. Additionally, there will only be keywords on the screen during the lessons, and what students take the note down completely comes down to themselves, which can also save the teacher's time and cover all components of the lessons. In the end of classes, teachers can also ask students about what they might think of during the lessons to make sure that the students actually understand what they are being taught.